Hello and welcome to a quick video on the difference between the time and the process time when using the time library in Python. So to illustrate this difference, let's first import these libraries here, the time library, the numpy library, and matplotlib. And then we're going to measure the clock time and the process time for the same action. So here we're going to specify a number of samples and then create two arrays for storing respectively the clock time and the process time. The idea is we're going to take 1,000 samples where we first use the time.time in order to get the clock start. Then we're going to square the number pi and then sleep for 1 millisecond and then get the end time as well. So the total elapsed time will simply be stored as the difference of those two measured times inside of the clock array here. Then we're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of using time.time, we're going to use time.processTime and then do the exact same set of operations. Let's see what the difference is here. So if we run all of this, it's going to take a few seconds. We see that the mean clock time is 1.11 something milliseconds, but the mean process time is 0.033 milliseconds. Now note that we did have this 1 millisecond of sleep time right here in both the cases. So what's happening here is that the clock time, which we get from simply time.time, measures the total elapsed time between starting the clock and finishing the clock. So that includes this sort of idle sleep time here. But the process time, it only cares about how long the CPU is active and like making operations. So in this case, it's simply going to skip this. It's simply not going to include this sleep time right here. It's just dead time. The CPU is not doing anything, but it does measure the time that it actually spends doing computations and like moving numbers around. So in other words, if you're developing some kind of Python program and you want to figure out the timing of the program, sort of from a user experience point of view, maybe it makes more sense to use the clock time, the time-to-time function here, because that's how long actually you spend waiting for the program to complete. But if you're more in the business of trying to optimize a Python script and trying to make it faster by picking the most optimal individual function here, maybe it makes more sense to use the process time, because that's actually how long the CPU spends crunching numbers. So I hope that was useful. Feel free to check out the source code in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.